I want to show some photos I took early this morning when I went out for a run. It's gotten a lot worse since then, obviously. Dr. Gupta, at what point should we not exercise outside? Should we not be outside? When do we need to stay indoors?
Okay, we're at that point right now. Avoid physical exertion outdoors, given how unhealthy the air quality is across the eastern seaboard, but in particular New York City. So, Kate, that run you did in the morning, would not recommend that tomorrow morning. And for all of you out there, keep your windows closed, stay indoors to the greatest extent possible. Critical, if you do have a box fan, try to purchase a MERV, MERV 13 filter. You can create an air purifier very cheaply. That's a way to keep yourself safe.
Dr. Gupta, this spring, it was a really bad allergy season for many people. How are the air quality risks affecting those people? Who especially needs to be watching out right now?
Well, Elsa, I'm glad you said that, because the medically vulnerable are the most at risk here. If you have asthma, if you have heart disease of any variety, if you have seasonal allergies, frankly, what we know from this wildfire smoke is that it's very small particles. They lodge in your lungs, your heart. They can cause big problems here. So it's something to stay on top of your medications to stay as healthy as possible.
And we saw, Dr. Gupta, we saw Bill wearing a mask out on the streets of New York. How effective is a mask with all this smoke?
N95 masks are the best, Kate. They will give you some protection. Surgical masks, cloth masks, not effective at all. Best course of action here is to stay indoors as much as possible until there's rain or until the winds help subside, the air quality back to something that's more normal.
You said surgical and cloth not effective at all?
They're not effective at all here. N95 masks will be somewhat helpful to reduce your exposure to these really fine particles in the wildfire smoke, Kate. But surgical masks not effective in this case.
While we have you, Dr. Gupta, very quickly, just curious, when should you put on a mask? If you're running outside and you're just going to the end of your driveway to take the trash out and you're going to be out there maybe less than 5 minutes, should you put one on? Is there a time period?
I would recommend anytime you're out there with this degree of pollution out there, wear an N95 mask if you have it. We know acute exposure, even a few minutes, Ellison, can actually have impacts to your immune system. So important to protect yourself at all times.
Okay. Bill Cairns and Dr. Vin Gupta, thank you.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.